I don't know why people are not talking about this sneaker. Not only was the colorway fire, but retail was only $100. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If it is the first time you're touching down on this channel, welcome to Small Feet Big Heat. We talk sneakers, we talk streetwear, and everything in between. New Balance and Stray Rats have teamed up once again. They are back at it. They are cooking up, and this time on a New Balance 574, which is not a New Balance model that I am familiar with, but I am intrigued by it, very intrigued by it, and I'll tell you why. The New Balance 574 has been adopted by everyone from middle-aged fathers to Instagram models. It is a very versatile sneaker, probably one of New Balance's most versatile sneakers. So I'm really excited to see what it looks like in hand and also how it feels on foot. The Stray Rats and New Balance 574 released in two different colorways, red with purple and turtle green with green. Not very exciting names, but the colorways themselves were very vibrant, very bold colorways, which is what drew me to them. I was able to secure the green pair from the Stray Rats raffle, and like I said, these retailed at only $100. In my experience, New Balances run a half size to a whole size larger than my Nikes, so I'm normally a size 6 and I picked these up in a size 5, and that should fit me pretty well. They do come with this collaborative box, so on the top, on the lid there, you can see it says New Balance, and right below that it says designed by Stray Rats. It looks like some type of subway system, or maybe like a blueprint, some kind of blueprint, yeah, on the top of the box and around the sides. There's also the big rat on the lid, and then of course on the sides you have your New Balance branding. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, the New Balance 574 is not a model that I am familiar with, but first impressions, the sneaker is very, very light, and also from a bird's eye view, you know, looking down at your foot or looking down at the shoe like this, it is pretty wide. It has like a dad shoe kind of look to it. It also kind of reminds me of like a Saucony or a Saucony, however which way you like to say that. Jumping right in, starting with the bottom, we have a plain black outsole. It does have a pretty nice traction pattern. If you were going to use these as like a daily driver, traction is very important, and the traction pattern on here is actually pretty nice. Standard white midsole, and then you have like an accent of purple in there, and it does say New Balance end cap. I looked that up before filming this video, and it turns out that it's just cushioning technology, if you want to call it that, because it's basically just pretty standard cushioning. Every brand uses their own version of EVA, and it's something that you especially see in budget model sneakers. The suede that takes up the majority of the upper is a long hair suede. It looks nice, but it also feels really good. I never have any complaints when it comes to New Balance's choice of materials. Their materials are always A1, so it feels good, it looks good, and I think it's a nice contrast to the rest of the greens that are on the shoe. For example, next up, these little teal green panels. It's not a lot of teal green, it's only on the toe cap, a little bit around the ankle, and then the tongue, but I do think it's a nice contrast. They did really good with putting the colors in the right places. And then of course the N, the New Balance N on the side of the shoe, I love that that's layered, so it's different colors. At the forefront you have the lime green, and then right behind that you have that same blue that's used on the nylon pieces, that darker teal green, and then behind that it's like a gray color, which I think does a great job of breaking up all of the different greens on the shoe. For the most part, the shoe is suede and nylon, but there is a little bit of leather on here above the eyelets that wraps around to the back heel tab, and then you see your first hit of branding, the Stray Rats branding right there on the heel tab. Hopefully it's focusing, but if not, y'all will see it in the B-roll, of course. Turn it around, and there's some co-branding going on the tongue that I think they did a really good job with. So it says New Balance, you have the rat with the New Balance inside to symbolize Stray Rats, and then below that it has an S with a star R, again for Stray Rats. And if that wasn't enough branding on the insole, once again you can see the Stray Rat. Right below that it says New Balance 574, and below that in like a small font it says designed with love and care by Stray Rats. I really like that touch. It really speaks to Stray Rats' intentions with their collaborations, this one and the previous ones that they've done with New Balance. If you didn't know, Stray Rats is based out of Miami, and they are very focused, you can tell with their collabs, in making a product that speaks to their customers. Not necessarily that everyone is gonna fuck with, that's gonna get crazy amounts of hype, but something that their core fans are really gonna enjoy. Inside the box you do get extra laces, so you get the gray pair that comes inside the shoe, as well as this lime green pair to match that N on the side, and you also get a purple pair, which which matches the end cap midsole. My first thoughts when I saw this collab, both this pair and the red pair, was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If the Turtles wore shoes, these would be what they were running around the subways and kicking ass with. I'm telling you, these look like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm sure that's not at all what Stray Rats was going for, but that's just the vibe that it gives me. New Balance is doing their thing once again. This is a great way to start the new year. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these on foot, give y'all a better look, and then I'll be back with my final thoughts. And just like that, we are back for my final thoughts. But first, I want to hear what y'all think about these. So comment down below and let me know, what do y'all think of the Stray Rats and New Balance 574? I actually think they're pretty dope. It has been a long while since I wore a shoe that had this shape. It definitely gives me, like I said earlier, that Saucony, Saucony, maybe even DC just a little bit. It's been a while since I wore any of those shoes, so it was definitely weird seeing them on foot. But after I tried them on with a couple of different pants, walked around in them a little bit, I actually really do like them, especially with the vibrant laces. So the purple laces and the lime green laces really make these shoes pop. The gray laces, whatever. Once you switch them over to the purple laces and the lime green laces, that's when these shoes go up a whole nother level. Materials on these A1, like I said earlier in the video, and they are definitely comfortable. I know I said that the EVA cushioning is very standard, and that's true. Every brand has their own, EVA cushioning. However, this was very comfortable to walk around in. Even though it's not a Boost or a Zoom, it was still pretty comfortable. I have no complaints in the comfort department. And I will also say the price point. You really can't beat the price point. These retailed at $100, and yes, this is a collaboration, but there are still a lot of New Balance 574s in very dope colorways that you can pick up, add to your collection, spice it up a little bit, throw in some variety. We've all seen those top 10 sneakers, $100 and under videos, and the reason why people still make those videos is because they get views. People are always looking for heat that won't break the bank, and the 574, for that reason, I mean, it should get more love. I'm definitely gonna swing back and pick up the red pair. If you enjoyed today's video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, show a small YouTuber some love, and I'll check y'all out in the next one.